Yo guys, what's up? It's your girl Dev. And today we're going to talk about what happened to my account in the past 48 hours. Now, it's actually one of the biggest improvements I've made to my account, but did I do it effectively is the question. Stick around guys, because you're going to find out what happened. Let's take a look here what I have brewing here. Look at these babies. T5 Cavalry. Whoo boy, man, it feels good. Having more T5 able to use in KVK. I'm pretty stoked because this is awesome, right? T5 Cavalry, what can go wrong? I mean, a lot could go wrong. Let's just put it that way, but it feels good. I unlocked another T5 troop. I finally did it. I unlocked T5 Cavs. Now the question is it worth it? Was it worth it for me as a low spender to put forth the effort in getting T5 Cavalry? Well, I'll tell you one thing. The events lined up perfectly for me. And I'm going to show you why. So if I go in here and I go look at the Zenith of Power event, which is the event that I talked about in my previous video, card up in the top, and you can take a look at that. Okay, this event came with the anniversary event. I thought I did pretty good. The top push person was a 24.9 million power, which is a significant amount of power for somebody to push in this kind of event. Now, every kingdom that's in this series here are currently in pre-KVK events, so they push power outside of the troop training process. I'm going to flash on the screen currently the ranking that I was at. I was ranked 44th, and at the end of the event apparently I was 45th, but I raised 3.8 million power, which is a lot of power, guys. Like, don't get me wrong, 3.8 million is a lot for anybody that's low spender or free to play, okay? Now, again, if you look at my other T5 video, card up on the top, when it talks about how I pushed to T5 Infantry, my first unlock for T5. This happened exactly 4.5 months ago, the last event that they had. And these events are for the low spender and free to play. Why, you ask? Because of the rewards, guys. They link synced perfectly for me. And if you look here at the ground up event, I ranked 5th, okay? And in the from the ground up, it's a minutes event. So minutes used, and you use those minutes to either finish your buildings or to train troops. And I did a lot of troop training. I mean, 1.1 million minutes is a lot of minute guides, by the way. It's a crap ton of minutes, way more than I did. I did 245,000 minutes. Okay, that's a lot. 245,000. And I got 4 legendary commander sculptors from it. I feel like that's a pretty big win. Now, it took me a while to accumulate this, but it synced up with the Zenith of Power event, which was very important for a person like me pushing in events, because it's an event that's achievable, right? So that's why I'm talking to you guys about this. You need to wait till close to the end of the Zenith of Power event or any type of power event so you can see and judge, do I have enough minutes? Do I have enough resources to get me to the level I need to be to get the rewards that are worth it? Now, I was a lot closer to 200,000, but I had to push a lot of power. And unfortunately, I got kind of unlucky because, well, I'm prime minister, so I can't ask for titles. And if the king's asleep because he's asleep during the daytime because he's the opposite shift as me, I can't get duke titles. I can't get architect. I can't get scientist. I can't get any titles, which means I have to do everything off the whim, off of runes, and hopefully have one. I pushed probably 50,000 minutes of training without a buff and without a rune. I highly, highly suggest you don't do that. But I didn't have a choice, and I needed a push, and that's what I did. It kind of sucks. I would have recorded it, but I didn't have stuff, so don't worry about it. Anyways, now back to the T5 Cavalry, okay? It's a super big achievement, but there's another problem. So not only did I waste a ton of speed ups to get a banner over my name and a name placard and a cool avatar ring. I don't have any Cav commanders. I have Minamoto and Tao Tao, and that's about it. So I have a feeling my T5 cavalry are going to be used to die in rallies and flags and such, and I'm totally cool with this because this is going to happen anyways. But I don't have any Cav commanders. I don't have Saladin, but he's one. You know, I don't have Attila Takeda. I'm not afraid to. Not free to play, but I don't have Attila Takeda. I can't push in those type of MGE events and have the gems to spend a whole bunch of time on Takeda. You know, I just don't. I don't have con expertise. I don't. I'm not a Cav person. I'm an infantry, but I wanted T5 Cavs. I guess this is the way to do it, right? Either way, no matter how you look at it, I am excited to have T5 Cavs. Now, I do want to make a recommendation. If you're ever pushing power, don't get me wrong. Like, this is ridiculous to say it like this. But if you're pushing power and you need to push a lot of it, the best power increase you can get is actually from Siege. Go ahead and take a look at the information tab. The amount of power that you get to get from 9 to 10 is significant. Okay, that's over 1 million power boost, and it's actually the most out of each, out of any of them. The difference in the power boost. I thought that was actually pretty significant to know, and for you guys that are pushing power and pushing in events, always take a look at the type of power that you need to increase by and what is available event wise, and try to mirror that so that you can get the best bang for your buck. Because for us low spenders and free to play, we don't get the luxury to push in these mega events like everybody else. I mean, I spent a lot of work in pre-KVK and I got to rank 500. Obviously, I'm not really pushing into troop training, so I get what I get until I get to forts. And hopefully I can get top 1,000, but that's really hard, especially being in an A and B kingdom. I just have to be okay with being a runner-up. And not too bad of an idea. But you just need to know. You got to keep this stuff in mind. So something else that I'm going to be doing to this account that's a little bit different is after I'm finished with these sets of training here, and probably in the middle of KVK, I'm actually going to switch my civilization, especially when it gets closer to wartime. And for me, it's important because I don't main cavalry as a main account. I main it actually as infantry. So when we get ready to get into some really intense fighting within KVK, I'm actually going to go ahead and switch to France. I really want infantry as a strong troop type. And I think that going to France for me is great, and there's the other option is actually to go Rome, but I could weigh it either way. I think I'm definitely gonna go to France. So France is probably gonna be the way I'm gonna go for this. And you know, if I decide to change later, I might, but I really want to have this. Now the issue is I have to have no troops in the hospital, and all of my barracks have to be completely empty. So that's just something to keep in mind anytime you want to change your civilization. It is 10,000 gems, and you do have to clear that out. And I plan to. I just haven't done it yet. And that's okay. But back to the topic. T5 Cavs. I'm so excited that I got it, right? It's an achievement. It's a flex. I was like, oh yeah, T5 Cavs, but I don't have any Cav commanders, so there's not much flexing going on. It's okay. It is what it is. I will be going back into early kingdoms here in the next couple of months or so. Maybe work on Saladin. Who knows? Yeah, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Infantry for life, though. Now, with me pushing power in the Zenith of Power event, I do want to make note of something very in particular, and that is my power increase. If you look here at the top, it says I'm 56 million power. Now, that is going to drastically affect the way I forward progress into the game, and that is solely based on the fact that now passports have gone up significantly. Like, when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. And I'm going to show you why. And here is why. The passport cost. Okay, this is the most up-to-date passport cost. And at 56 million power, it's 30 passports, guys. 30 passports. That's a lot of passports. Okay. And the only way you can get passports is either farming alliance credits with your 20-day K max from flag building and your helps. And then you can only get 20K max a day, guys. So you can get 10K from helps and 10K from the flag, but it's 20K total across the board. And the other way you can get it is actually competing in Ark of Osiris, and in anyone who purchases anything, you can get them from the alliance gifts and stuff. But either way, there's not very much. Unless you spend money and buy the new world bundle, you only are going to get a couple, like one a month. It's ridiculous. Which is why it's important to be in an alliance that has some kind of spending, because that way you can get the alliance credits from when they purchased something from the alliance from the shop and stuff. Either way, yeah, it changed drastically for me, and I have 42 passports, so kind of stuck, man. I mean, if I move somewhere, I'm stuck there for a long time. Now, I am 56 million. Let's take a look at something very important when it comes to this power, right? So if you want to take a look at my current power, I'm going to close all these windows out. Take a look at my current power, more info. My true power is 10 million, okay? I can significantly reduce this by, one, double capping my hospital, and by killing off my troops. So post KVK, this number might be significantly different. Right up in the top on how to double cap your hospital, which is a very important tactic. If you need to reduce power to migrate to other kingdoms, or if you're in an Imperium kingdom and they tell you to double cap your hospital, take a look at this video. It's very important because it's pretty dang accurate. And if you have any questions, drop it in the comments up there in that video, and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Either way, that's pretty much encompasses this type of event for me, and having T5 and what it feels like to have T5 Cavs and how it impacts me as a player. So was it a good choice? Heck yeah, it was a good choice. T5 Cavalry, guys. Come on. I mean, it's T5. Can't go wrong with that. Repair costs. Yeah, that's true. Forget about that. Forget I said that. Either way, it's good. Can't wait. KVK is going to be awesome. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't have anything else for you? Don't have anything else for me? Drop a comment below if you need anything. So for now, just keep it real.